Alright, someone asked me to show what I'm planning to do with the next update, so after playing around and what have you, this is basically going to be a bunker build underground. As you can see, basically laid it out over this area here after another layout idea over there. And we'll go in. Now, these first two rooms are the bedrooms. This is actually a multiplayer co-op map style base. Basically, you can add as many of these as you need, but each one is designed to give them 6 personal chests, nightstand, and this over here is basically just for looks. Same for this area here. Turn my light on, which is a living area, so it's not just totally work and functional. So it actually looks like a shelter for a group to live in. Then we got your cook and crafting room with recessed storage. You got 6 forges. Now it's also a resupply room, so you got your food there, like your canned goods, cooked foods, extra cooked foods, goldenrod, coffee, and overflow in beer. Over here it's basically going to be a couple med packs, your antibiotics, splints, bandages, any pipe bombs, TNT, basic ammo, guns, and tools. Over here you'd have like your bottled water, empty bottles, corn, potatoes, crops, cooking tools, eggs. Over here, these two would probably just have beakers in them always for medical, and you'd have like one of these I'd probably keep for grain alcohol, this one for potassium nitrate, moldy bread, blood packs, blood kits, stuff like that, so you can make. Over here on the forges, it'd probably be iron, bronze, lead, glass. Now these would probably be ingots. This would probably be scrap glass, paintings, anything I can turn into glass. This one here would be cement usually, or whatever. These two would be utilities. So this one would probably have cement. This one would be all your molds. These are just going to be supplies as needed. For instance, you'd have some wood, some stone, gravel, whatever you need. Then you got your warehouse. All your extra medical supplies, explosives, gunpowder, what have you. Tools, armor, equipment, ammo, weapons parts, completed weapons, food. I got 2 stacks of them because I farm a lot, so I'll probably have like all corn, all potatoes, goldenrod, coffee, blueberries, and overflow or whatever. And then one side, the way I'd go after sand and whatnot, this would probably just be all bottled water. Over on this side, it's from this point forward, pretty much your building supplies. I'd probably use this one for leather and other animal products like bones, tallow, mostly leather, feathers, and miscellaneous, maybe cloth on one side with cotton. This would probably be stone, wood, and here would probably be whatever. And then we just for the heck of it, I was playing around with a vault build. Like in here, we could stick clothing, like your jackets, pants, glasses, bananas, whatever one wanted to keep. Like maybe turn one of these into just mining helmets, because I tend to stock up on them when I find them instead of discarding them, even though I have one, because they do not allow you to rebuild. Of course, this hatch here, I had to put the post in, but it helps. Is where I'd had the water. I got tired of walking into it in my current base. Now, outside, I would probably either build the now right here, I would probably extend this over some, the little passage on the final build, and then have a passage going here and downward to a tree farm, and over here into the garden, or well, I should say farm. And let me cut to my current live build. Alright, now that we're in the live build, and you can see basically the way it looks. Don't have a mining helmet on, and you can see basically what I mean by garden over here and the tree farm over here. And yes, it is designed for full growth of the trees inside the farm. Because I did do it originally with just the 3 high, and then I realized the center tree I would either have to leave out or it would actually block the light well. So I basically measured a full grown tree and made my hole up and down to accommodate them, because you can see where the original roof was, and then you can see where I dropped it down and hollowed it out. Right now, as you can see, I got 3 9x9 pattern. Gives you 9 plots. Now, if necessary, you can turn this either into extra plots going out as far as you need, or more than likely, I do vertical, which means up and down, of course. But most of the reason I have the pillars here is for support, but also because the corners are where crops will not grow due to the light wells not reaching. So it was dead space anyway. And I was playing around with storage ideas. That's an exit, so it's over there. Now, one of my storage was for like seeds and stuff, was just build it in the wall. But then I got thinking about putting it in the middle of these. But the problem, of course, being you gotta remember which one's which. So this will probably be most likely built into the wall, and I may actually do a larger selection of those, simply so instead of going to the warehouse, I'd have all the crops over here and just use the warehouse for wood and stone. Now this is a basic entrance. I didn't do dead drops and whatnot in this build. Now if you notice, I got the chests right here as soon as you come in, and I basically use these for looting. When I'm out running around looting, come back, drop a load in here, go back out, come back, fill up the next one, and so on. Now multiplayer, this number would be a good number. In single player, I might fill up 4, maybe 5, depending on what I hit. It's also down here is where I was playing around with the vault room idea. As you can see, it's a bunch of chests, and probably won't do that way. And this one is again designed for co-op, and I just didn't like the way this worked because yes, it was nice and organized, and actually the warehouse is filled with storage because a lot of this isn't used. And this little bedroom, you don't really give each other much storage with those chests. Of course, you got my little watchtower design the way I normally do. Just set up here in the watchtower, mostly popping spider zombies. I'm not sure how Alpha 12 is going to change the underground base idea, because they may alter the zombie AI to go for hatches and whatnot, in which case I'm going to have to make changes. Most likely have to include my killing jars that drop down as a default. Oops. Guess I missed one when I was mining out. But that's pretty much the changes I'm going to make for Alpha 12.